Rise and Shine is all about being inspired. And this morning, we are talking to a man who has seen it all, been through hell and back, like he says, when on the 5th of last month, he got news that completely devastated him. A vehicle that had his entire family, the wife and 4 children, veered off the road and killed most of its passengers. A tragic accident that actually left him in pain and in shock. But at the end of it all, God has been faithful. He's picking up his pieces, the pieces of his life little by little. Rashid Juma is with us in the studio this morning. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much for finding time for us, Rashid.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Now, we had it in the news, the story on how, you went through hell on that fateful morning that led to losing almost your entire family. But I'm glad that God has actually made you this strong to come and share and actually encourage those who may be giving up in life, having gone through maybe similar or even worse experiences. So let's hear this. January 5th, 2017, you and your family are actually all together before they left. Could you, first of all, just tell us a little about who your wife was and what kind of person she was like, and what was she doing? The kids, what were their ages? So that as we are starting over, we can have a rough idea of the people we are actually talking about.
Yes. My family was a young family. It was a family of 6. Myself as the head of that family.
All right.
Then I had a very beautiful wife that was Rebecca Adhiambo. And then we had 4 children. A son who was 14 years old. A daughter who was 12 years old. Another daughter who was 5 years old. And the youngest boy who was 1 year 4 months. Yes, my wife was a very jovial lady and a loving lady, a wife for that matter. Now, she was an hotelier, working in a clubhouse somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. So now tell us the events that actually led to the journey where all of them had to, travel together. What was happening? Where were they going to that the entire family was actually out? What time was this, first of all?
They left at around some minutes to 6 off to Kisumu. They were going to do shopping, back to school shopping for the children.
Oh yeah, it was 5th, right? Yeah.
Yeah, back to school shopping. So there is our second born, that was Cindy Joyce, who we were to transfer to another school, because we saw that her performance in her current school was not good. So we wanted to transfer her to another school, boarding school for that matter, so that we could see if maybe
the performance would be better,
could improve. So my wife was going to Kisumu to do shopping for her, because on 4th, she was taken for an interview in that school. Yeah, it is called Ebenezer Academy in Ahero. Yeah, she performed well in the interview.
Oh, so she was to report to school.
Yes,
and
on
you guys
6th.
had to shop. Okay.
On 6th.
Okay.
So the shopping and all of that was supposed to be done earlier, and that was 5th because we had no any other day.
Okay.
So we had to do it early, so that on 6th she could report back. She could report to that school.
Okay.
So
how did she end up taking the entire family shopping, or the rest were also going to get their own shopping as well?
Yeah, the shopping was to be for everybody.
Okay.
Because there is this notion of maybe after shopping, somebody will say, "Mom, you bought this and it is not fitting me," and all that. She decided to do it for all of them at once, so that everything will be fine when they get back home.
Okay.
Now, for the little one, we have a house help who normally comes, who normally reports to work at 8 a.m. So that day I was to leave early for job because I had some reports to do. So I was to leave at around half past 7 a.m. So I told her, no, you will have to go with them, all of them, because this little one will be alone in this house, and it's not good. So maybe you can go with them. You do what you
have to do, and then come back. Okay.
And then come back. And she's working in a clubhouse, and she normally reports there at 11 a.m. So she wanted to rush to Kisumu, do everything, and then back and report to
I get it.
Work.
I get it.
Yes.
So they leave at around 6 o'clock when you're still in the house.
Yes, I was still in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what follows?
Shortly after they left, it took like around 15 minutes. And because there was that preparation they were doing, so I could not continue sleeping.
Okay.
So I got out of the bed and was trying to prepare and leave for job.
Okay.
So my phone rang, and when I looked at it, it was my wife calling, and I was like, "What? Amesahau kitu nini?" So when I picked up the phone, it was not her. It was somebody else.
Wow.
And this was a lady.
What ran through your mind when it was someone else calling you using your wife's phone?
Yeah, I was just wondering, but I wanted to hear what she wanted to tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I listened, she told me, "Do you know the owner of this phone?" And then I told her, "Yes, that is my wife." And from the background, I could hear the sounds of ambulance sirens going around, and there was some noise.
Okay.
And then I said, "Wow, what has happened?"
You knew
here?
there was trouble.
Accident at Daima Road, along Katito Kindubei Road. So, rush to the scene.
Wow.
I dropped the phone.
That was shock. Yeah, I can imagine. And wow. And you're just thinking, like, that's my whole family there.
Yeah, I was saying to myself, wow, if it is an accident and there were 5 people from this house, now I've lost them.
So you get up and you go to the road, and where the accident happened, was it far from your place or?
Not far. It was not far.
Was it a walking distance, or did you have to take a mat to there, or?
It is not a walking distance.
Okay.
It is a little bit far.
So when you got to the road, what happened?
When I got to the stage, I found the story on. Everybody was talking about it, and they were saying, well, there is a Nissan Matatu that has just passed here, but it is involved in an accident. And it's like all of the passengers are dead.
Wow.
Yeah. So my world crashed.
Were you even able to move and get to the scene, really?
Millicent, I was trembling. All my body was not mine.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. It is something that was shocking.
Okay, I think we'll just take a break. When we come back, you now tell us what happened when you got to the scene, and oh my goodness, this is really touching, and I'm really, really just waiting for that end of it all, when we can just find some way of getting to thank God for something. I don't know, but at this point, did you love God that much at this particular point in time when this happened? What was your feeling with God?
I was asking myself, God, why me?
Yeah, people get to ask
why
that.
Me?
19 minutes after 8 o'clock, you are listening to Rise and Shine on KBC English Service. I'm Millicent Aroka with you, and of course we are hosting Rashid Juma, who lost his family in a road accident that happened just last month. And he's just giving us the story on how it actually happened. You can send in your feedback on 2216 to begin with the word shine. If you have a word of encouragement for him. Really, this was just last month. I was actually scared this interview might not happen. You remember I just kept asking you, hey, are you okay with this? Are you really, really okay with this? Are you prepared for this? I almost thought it might not happen, but, here we are. And, just a word of encouragement would really, really do. 2216 to begin with the word shine. Find us also on Facebook, KBC English Service. And by the way, the family that he lost, the pictures are right there. You can have a look on our KBC English fan page. And of course, on mine as well, Millicent Aroka or Millicent Wendy Aroka. You'll be able to have a look. That's Lundi Tamara with Mama Wami. We lost Lundi as well. Just last month, he was such a brilliant singer from South Africa. Keep it right here on KBC English Service, Rise and Shine with Millicent Aroka. And this morning, our guest is Rashid Juma, who lost his family through a tragic road accident. Is just giving it to us, how it happened. If you are just tuning in, he's already told us exactly how he got the news. Someone just called him through the wife's phone and told him that they had an accident, and just on his way going, he reaches the road and he actually hears people talking about this accident and talking about how everyone is dead in it. Rashid, welcome back.
Thank you.
So after hearing all this, you broke down, and how did you get your way to the scene?
At this stage, I found a matatu there.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped into that matatu, and it is in this matatu and at this stage where I found people talking about the accident.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I reached the scene, I was looking at the vehicle,
the wreckage now.
The wreckage,
okay,
the shards.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I wanted to count 5 bodies because I knew they were all dead.
Yeah, the Nissan looked really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, today, nimepatikana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was looking to see 5 lifeless bodies on the ground. But when I reached there, I found people trying to salvage more bodies from the shards. And I found there was a lady that they had salvaged. They were looking for some manpower to put her in a police lorry. So I thought it was her.
Okay.
But when I looked well, it's not her. So when I went close to the wreckage, I saw some people trying to salvage the body of the driver who was held in the driver's seat. So when I looked around, I could not see. When I came, I did not look into the lorry.
Okay, you were just looking around,
around, because I wanted to count 5 bodies.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
So then it is at this time when I remembered that somebody called me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I called the number
to see who had the
see
phone.
who had the phone.
Okay.
So when I called the number, I saw that lady picking the call. Then I went to her and said, "It's me. You called me." And then she told me, "Pole."
Oh.
And then my question was, where are they? And then she told me, her body is in this lorry. So we went round into to see what was inside. When I reached the door to that lorry, it was wide open. and I set my eyes on my wife. I saw her
Becky.
lifeless Becky, her lifeless body on that floor, and I said to myself,
I'm
Lord,
done.
why me? Millicent, I cried like a baby. I was not myself. Yeah.
And it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, I was not myself. Then it is this lady who guided me. She held me because I was not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked her where are the others, because she was traveling with four children.
Kids. Okay.
So she told me the others had been taken to the hospital. So we have to rush to the hospital and see. Then the hospital is not far from the scene.
Okay. This was Papunditi.
Yeah, Papunditi.
Okay.
It is Nyakach County Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, so we went there, and when we reached, the gate was wide open.
Okay.
And there was a very big crowd there. So the mortuary there is at the gate.
Oh, you first reached the mortuary before the hospital itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the door to the mortuary was wide open and people were there.
Did you feel like you should check the mortuary as well, or all your mind was in the hospital side?
No. My mind was to count 5 bodies. So I knew.
So you were going to the mortuary side.
Yes.
Okay. So when you got there? So
I went there, and I rushed inside. I found lifeless bodies on the floor, and I was looking for
your
my
people.
Yeah. So it is at the door that I set my eyes on my little one, the boy,
the 1-year-old one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was at the far end. So I rushed to him and I was on him.
You almost thought he might be alive.
Yes, I was touching. Yeah, I was touching him and all that, but I realized he was no more. So on my way back out is when I saw another lifeless body of our second born. That was Cindy Joyce.
Cindy, who was supposed to report to the new school.
To the new school.
Wow.
Yeah. So from there, Millicent.
This is the picture of Cindy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just checking our Facebook page, KBC English Service, and of course any of my pages, Millicent Aroka or Millicent Wendy Aroka, you'll be able to see Cindy right there. Cindy Joyce Juma. Okay.
Yeah.
So you found these 2 bodies. Did you wonder where the other 2 bodies were?
Yeah, I was wondering where the others. And it is this lady who guided me to the outpatient department, where I saw the 2 kids.
They were alive.
Yeah, they were alive.
Okay.
And the clinicians there had already done something to them. They had already
some first aids,
first aids and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, they had some fractures on their limbs. And the boy, our eldest son, had a fracture on the limb, and he ruptured his bladder. So he had some pain.
A lot of pain, I can imagine.
On his lower abdomen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, now, at least it's not, I'm not saying that 2 is better or 3 is better or 1 is better, but, you came expecting 5 are dead. At this point, at least 2 are alive. What was the feeling?
Yeah, I gained a lot of courage. And in fact, I stopped crying and I said, wow. At least I can have 2. Yeah. And I said, it's okay.
And at least I have them. We can talk this over. We can feel this together.
At least I'll have some people to talk to in my house.
Okay.
Yes.
So after this, what happened? Did they stay in this hospital?
No. I asked the clinicians there, and they told me they had a plan of referring them to Nyabondo Mission Hospital because of the doctor strike.
Oh my goodness.
Could not be
This
taken.
happened when there was a doctor strike?
Yes.
So there was really no one to take care of that, just the clinicians, huh?
Yes, so they had to refer them to Nyabondo Mission Hospital because they could not take them to Kisumu.
Kisumu was far away,
Yeah,
yes.
for some specialized attention. So
We should also not be there because of the strike.
Yes. So
Wow.
they decided to take them there. So I got into their plan, and we went to Nyabondo Mission Hospital, where the X-rays were done, and some treatments were started on them, and then they were admitted in the wards.
All this time, what was happening back home?
People were there. Mourners were already there. Remember, I locked my door when I was
When you were leaving at
When I was
6,
leaving,
at 6,
yeah.
like 15.
Yes. So people were
Coming
there.
back.
People were there.
Your home is full,
Yeah,
something
the
you
home
have
was
never
full.
imagined.
Yes.
Wow.
So people were calling me, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Come home and all that. But I told them, no, I cannot come home.
I have to take care of my children
I have
first.
to finish. The others are dead, but now these ones are.
Yeah, you have to take care of them
Yes,
fast.
so I have to see how they get admitted and all that.
Wow.
So I left the hospital when everything had been done and they were in the wards. And I
Okay.
found somebody to be with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you working around the same area?
Yes, I'm working with the Department of Health, Kisumu County.
So these people taking care of your children were actually people who even knew you. So it was chap.
Yeah.
Oh
Those
my
people were there. They knew me and everything worked well.
Okay.
And in fact, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting your feedback on 22162. Just begin with the word shine. Some message of hope for Rashid, who lost his family. We're starting to get some rays of hope when he now found 2 of his children were not dead, but he had lost the wife and the other 2 children. Very sad indeed. Thank you so much for your feedback coming in on 22162. Begin with the word shine. Thank you, Simiyu Baraza, saying, Juma, God is faithful. Just read the biblical story of Ayubu and get more and more strong. I'm listening to you from Buratana. Korir from Namde Hill says, tell Juma kuwa God is grateful, hawezi tupa watu wake bali azidi kumcha Mungu. Cheche Kanavule, Morning Aroka from Lwanyange, I'm listening. Salams and regards to Juma for being alive through God's mercy. He says, thank God you are not actually with them. You might have wanted to, go with them, by the way. Na ushuke katito, na wewe ubaki kazini as they go, and somehow, God saved you from that. Getting your SMSs on 22162. Begin with the word Dan Alila. I'm deeply, deeply touched and moved when following Rashid's story. Rashid indeed feeling the loss, but let him take heart and have trust in the Lord God, the giver and the taker of life. His reward will melt death. His protection is guaranteed. That's Lusanda's spiritual group with a very beautiful song they're playing right here on KBC English Service, Rise and Shine with Millicent Aroka. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are having a testimony for the day, and this morning we are having with us Rashid Juma, who lost his family in a road accident that happened just last month on the 5th of January. He's really being strong here to be able to share with you what happened and how finally, we just have to thank God in everything. May it be an inspiration to you if you're going through the such or worse, wherever you are. Just get to know that the Lord will always stand by you. Remember, you can send us your SMS on 22162 to begin with the word shine. If you have a word of encouragement to Juma, please just send it there. We're also on Facebook, KBC English Service. You can find me as well on Facebook, Millicent Aroka or Millicent Wendy Aroka, and we'll be able to, just pass those messages to him. Let me just read a few of those SMSs before we continue. Juma, no human knows your pain, man. Only God. Find comfort in him. Pole Juma. I'm crying. This guy is actually crying. When we went for the break, I was telling Juma, now it's like Aroka is the one who needs encouragement, even more than Juma. It's really getting crazy. Have courage, Juma. God has a reason. Remember, Job in the Bible lost everything, and very bad disease wiped his family out and almost wiped his life too, but Job endured and his faith doubled. Remember, tough times never last, but tough men do. God bless you, Juma. This is Charles Njogu from Narumoru. Eliap Kapsabet says, God is for us all, Juma. Keep heart, brother. All will be well. Juma, hang on to God only. He can give you strength. I'm praying for you. He didn't say his name though. Pole sana kwa huyo jamaa aliyewapoteza wapendwa wake wa karibu katika ajali mbaya ya barabara. May the Lord Almighty give him fortitude to bear the loss during this trying time. The story is really shocking. This is Waruru from Karatina. 2216 to begin with the word shine, and you can send a word of encouragement to Juma. In a while I'll be reading out the Facebook messages as well. Now Juma, moving on, with all these people now coming to your home and all this, you have matanga to actually take care of. The burden must have been up. You know, we struggled for one person dead. You had 3. How did you handle this? Did people support you? Who supported you?
Yeah, Millicent, I can say it's God.
Yes.
Because from the day this thing happened to the last day, yeah, I would say we did not use even a single cent. It is God. Yeah, my friends, well-wishers, and everybody who was touched with this story did what they had to do. And in fact, everything went as planned. We had a very huge budget. We had a budget of around 400,000, but
everything was taken care of.
Everything was taken
and
care of.
it was all friends, blah, blah.
Friends, and all that. And I'm very grateful for everybody who did that to us, because it was tremendous.
Okay.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Now, this is you, Juma, but what about these other 2 children? How are they coping after all this?
And the children, who survived. In fact, he saw everything happening.
He actually watched everything.
He was watching everything happen. Because the matatu was from Sirare to Kisumu. When they reached our place, it's like all the passengers were asleep. So it is them who are awake. So remember, the accident happened like in less than
15 minutes when they got into the mat.
So they were awake while the others were asleep. So this boy saw everything. You said
your wife even tried, like either to call you or something.
Yeah, it's like when she saw what was happening with the matatu. She
wanted to reach out to you, like, hey, this is what is happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are coping well. They are healing and all that.
Although they need to change environment for kidogo time, just
I don't know. We will organize for that.
Yeah. And even trips just out of town, just.
Yeah. We have nurse counselors who are visiting them and doing counseling.
Yeah, talking to them.
So they are coping well.
Okay.
And I'm grateful for that.
Do you ever get scared of taking matatus to work now?
Sure.
You do?
I get scared. Yeah.
Even when you had to travel to Nairobi.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming,
Thank you very much. I was scared, and I've been scared to.
Yeah, every time you get into a vehicle, you're like.
Yeah, I'm scared, but.
But you always just say, God, let your will be done.
I pray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what do you feel should be done to reduce accidents on the roads, and especially this Kindube road, this Katito Kindube? There's so many accidents happening there. What's happening?
Yeah, along that road, I think we have some black spots, but I think the authorities have not done something to them, because we thought they could make some billboards for black spot and all that, so that
I hear you have vehicles called chopper.
Yeah, choppers are there.
Yes.
And
they really driven so crazy, because every time there's an accident, I hear a lot of chopper, this chopper,
Yeah.
Something needs to be done
So
to control the choppers.
Yeah, I would say the authorities are very slow in doing something.
Okay, they need to do
effect.
something.
But they should reinforce or enforce the famous Michuki rules, so that we see all this mess.
Yeah, we are losing lives, you know.
All this mess
that even affects our economy as well.
Yeah.
Now, in your own feeling, what is the place of God in all this? Have you ever reconciled, with God? Do you ever, just stop to imagine there could have been a reason, like why all this happened?
Remember, I said, I asked myself, why me?
Yes.
But as the time went by, I said, no, it is God. God knows why. He
knows
did
why.
This.
Yeah.
And who are we to question?
Wow.
And there is a verse that always drives me. It is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13.
Have you memorized it? You came in when we were talking about memory verses. Have you memorized your 1 Corinthians 10:13?
Yes, it says, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can enjoy it.
Wow, that's
that
beautiful.
That verse is what has been.
Let me just look it up so I can, read it out to the people, and they can just have it down like the gentleman who had actually asked me earlier, like Aroka, repeat. So here we go. It's 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear, but when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. What is your, last word to those who might be going through such, or maybe even worse? What word would you give them?
I would tell them not to question God, but just take everything positively, and believe that it is God that giveth, and it is God that taketh. So who are we?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nani barabara yetu sote.
Yeah.
There's some pastor who used to say like, iyo barabara si ya kila mtu. There are some sijui Christ will come back before you go that barabara, so you need to pray so that maybe you be amongst those who will just go,
Yeah.
I don't know how that really goes anyway. Sometimes you want to even hang on to that little thread remaining. Thank you so much for your SMSs. 2216 to begin with the word shine. We are giving a message of not just Paul, but inspiration to Rashid Juma, who's given us his story. Eric Bosire Oyori from Babadogo, Nairobi. First of all, I say thanks to God because He gave Rashid confidence to approach the scene. Secondly, let him take heart for what happened, for God has a reason as to why. Joe Kododa, Robert, Rashid, we thank you. We thank God. You have grown strong since you experienced the worst in this world. May God give you courage, though painful, but you must move on. Kibet Santiago. Okay, Vince says, rise and shine, Aroka. I'm Kibet Vincent from Nakuru. I would like to tell my brother that God's timing is the best and always just trust in Him. God bless you always. Eliab Kiprop, God is always on your side and on our side for His people. Keep hard, brother. Muhongo Masame says, Pole sana, the worst happens in our midst, but always have the strength to focus on what the future holds for you, Juma. Pole, but you know what, just be strong. Class Osore Matheshe. So painful, but let it be. There's a purpose for every incident. It's beyond us. Barak Ochanda from Oyani Masai, take heart, brother. A time is coming when we shall remember no more our past. Okelo Olo, the story is very touching and inspiring. May the Almighty God give you strength to overcome all this pain. Wow. Thank you for all these SMSs and the messages coming in through our Facebook page, just to encourage Rashid, who obviously just went through so much, but you know what? We thank God that he is strong enough to even talk to you this morning. William Agembo, my sincere condolences to the gallant man. May God console him and rest the souls of the faithful family members in peace. I want to ask Bwana Juma, how is he coping with the loss? Is there a support system that is counseling him? That's William Agembo from Abuao School. Could you answer that? Just Arakaraka?
Yes, I have my colleagues who are counselors.
Remember, he works in a hospital. So
who have been doing that for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Monda Mika, Juma, God has plans for everything. You never know why it befell you. Just stand strong in him, and for sure he will not let you fall. For he has your future plans despite losing your dear family. It's hurting indeed, but just be strong. Calvin Saduka, Pole Sana bro. Take heart, Rashid. Indeed, it is sad. It is a very sad story, but may God bless you. 22162, begin with the word shine. Mr. Juma, I'm with you, and know that God is with you. God paid me, and I believe you will get a reward soon. I'm so sorry. Stephen Nagy must have gone through maybe something almost similar. Charity from Eldoret, I'm really touched by your story. Please turn to God. Be encouraged in knowing that God has your back. Trust in him.